Good morning. Hello. Welcome to Daily Devotions. It looks like we are rounding the corner and that we're going to be closing this practice tomorrow, Friday the 13th. I think it's so interesting the dates of the practice. The first ever Guanyin practice that I did live online was on August 16th, 2016. And so there was that 8/16/16 energy. Then that practice concluded not by any plan on September 11th, 2020, which was obviously a significant date, is a significant date. And I felt like, wow, that's a blessing that it ended up closing on that day, just because to have a rush of positive momentum on such a sad anniversary is a good thing for the collective. Something beneficial happening on that day, right? As an antidote to the horror of that day. We then restarted the practice on November 2nd, Dia de los Muertos, 2020. And it looks like we're going to conclude the million that we've been working toward tomorrow, Friday the 13th of 2023. So if you've been following along, if you've just dropped in here and there, whatever it is, do try to come if you can to practice tomorrow and join in, even just like one or two recitations as part of the meritorious action of this particular conclusion of practice. And then what I'm going to do is that starting next week, I'll pop in the mornings. I'll do our hymn to Aphrodite, and we'll have, tomorrow, Thursday the 13th. That's right. Thank you. Thursday the 13th. Well, I appreciate that, Christy. Yes. So not as significant as a Friday the 13th. I don't know why I had it in my head that it was Thursday today, but nonetheless, still tomorrow, then I think we'll probably go tomorrow and Friday, and we'll tally up on Friday and see where we're at. Then next week, my plan is to just go into daily divination and Aphrodite for the rest of this month. And then in May, we're with Oshun, so I'll do that. But then I'm thinking that depending on how I feel, we'll either restart a new practice. It feels like we'll probably restart our new practice in June. I need a little break from doing this practice because I've got another accumulation practice that I need to finish, and am really working to get complete ASAP because I'm a little overdue in that one from the original date that I had set to complete. So I really want to get through that particular practice and work completely in that. So we'll see. We'll probably get restarted in June. Maybe we'll get restarted in June of like right around summer solstice. So I'll still be doing daily short practice over the course of May and until summer solstice. And then we'll resume in earnest with Guanyin at summer solstice. And we'll start, what do you think? A new million, obviously, a new million. It'd be great, maybe even to set a more elaborate goal, but I'm also pretty happy with 1 million at a time. So you let me know what you're prepared to do or what you feel is important for those of you especially who are chanting with me, regularly. Would you like us to do a new million? I'd really like to do it. I think it's good for our minds and it's good for the world, and it's good for all of those people that we hold in the practice, the intentions that we hold. So that's a little bit about the scope of where we're at. concluding practice this week, next week, and into May and June, doing just shortened daily practice for the goddesses of the mandala, and then restarting Guanyin around summer solstice that week. I feel like that just feels good. I've got a lot going on that week too. Like if we restart Guanyin that week, then that weekend I have an Aphrodite retreat. And then the following week is Black Madonna Holy Week in the temple where we do a daily Black Madonna practice. So just feels like there's already a lot of positive energy, reverent energy around summer solstice. So all right, let's get into today. We are honoring Aphrodite this month in the temple and Aphrodite's many faces. I'm teaching an Aphrodite priestess training right now. It's going well. Really love working with the students in that class. People are bringing so much beauty and insight, emotional intelligence to our workings. And Aphrodite is a complex figure. In the ancient world, she was the one whose name was appended to everything. She was the, you know, her name arose in numerous places where she was paired with the local goddesses. And when she was paired with local goddesses, she took on all of these multifaceted, localized, and regional dimensions. So, working with Aphrodite is actually, in a way, like working within a portal that leads you to many different goddesses. So, even if people have resistance to Aphrodite, Priestess Cosette wrote something about this on her blog last year, and she reshared it this week. Um, Even if what you think of as Aphrodite sort of is a little bit of a turnoff, we've been sort of taught to think that Aphrodite is this like kind of vacuous Barbie doll, jealous, mean girl energy. But if you really do the digging into the history, you find that she is actually extraordinarily multidimensional, and that the descriptions of her say more about those who have written about her than about her herself. She, as a vessel of love, is as is, or maybe we would say she is the water of love that pours itself into the shape of whatever vessel is containing her. So in Aphrodisias, where she's paired with the Phrygian great mother Cybele, she pours herself into a Cybele shaped container. And in Delos and Crete, she's matched with Ariadne and she pours herself into the container that's shaped like Ariadne. But love takes the shape of whatever container it pours itself into. And so love wants to make itself available, if you think about it that way. Love just wants to make itself available. So Aphrodite is making herself available to us now, and we're going to start with the Sibylline hymn to Aphrodite, which was translated by Virginia Stewart Avalon. Ethereal, illustrious, laughing queen, born of the sea and lover of the night, mother of longing all connecting, who joins the world in harmony. All things spring from you, O divine power, the triple fates are ruled by your decree. All the works of craft and love yield to your hand. With a smile, O Aphrodite, you sway the all encircling heavens, the fruitful earth, and the storming oceans. All obey you, all are awed by you, companion of the brumal god, beautiful goddess of marriage, mother of love, lover of the banquet, source of persuasion who grants secret favors. illustrious born, seen and unseen, gentle lover, Lupercal, who smiles upon mortals, prolific, most desired, life giver, kind goddess, wielder of the scepter of the immortals, you bind mortals and every tribe of beasts in magic chains of mad desire. Come, lovely Cyprian, and bless these rites, whether radiant in the heavens or presiding in the temples of Syria, guiding your golden chariot over the sacred floods of Egypt, or dancing on the azure shores by the billowing seas with circling choirs of mortals and beauteous nymphs with cerulean eyes, or riding out along the dusty banks renowned of old, or if in Cyprus, with your fair mother, where married women yearly come to praise you, and the pure virgins sing hymns to you and to Adonis. Come, divine union, for you I call, with holy, reverent mind. And let's draw a card from the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell and art by Danielle Noel. A very beautiful deck, a kind of a light deck in some ways, you might say. Like, I don't think there are too many cards in here that have very sharp edges, if you know what I mean. But after a lot of intensive work we've done in the Dharma over the last 3 months, where some of the messages that came up were a little bit intense, sometimes it's good to allow a space for, that's so funny. After I said all of that, look at this card. Wah, wah. It's like probably the darkest card in the deck. It's called The Initiation, a rite of passage and crossing the threshold. And there's serpents twined, lightning striking, but through a portal you see into a magical landscape and you're almost there. And I think that this is a very emergence from winter into spring kind of a card. Let's see, the initiation. The way that this is there, no. The way that this is set up, it's not done in any kind of, there we go. It's not really, there we are, alphabetical, sort of thematic. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred. But only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passage, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful or scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it. And one day soon, you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. You are going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it. and you're closer than you think. Cross the threshold is our guidance for today, which is very personally relevant for me because of just having done the Eleusinian Mysteries up in Seattle with the ATC Wicca group. But more than that, I feel that there is this emergence into spring that is a form of initiation, and that we are in a collective initiatory period here on Earth. So today and through this day, let's really pay attention to what's happening, what's breaking apart to let the light in, what's cracking open so that we're able to move forward in greater joy, in greater peace, and greater wholeness. And what are the difficult things that we're being asked to endure in order to have better in our lives? Let's be in the initiation. Let's really undertake it and lean into it and say, yes, this is it. This is the time. I'm not going to shy away from the difficulty of it. I'm going to be with the difficulty of it because it is the difficulty of it that ultimately helps me to shed whatever I'm not so that I can be who I'm meant to be. So that's our short bit for today, if that's what you were here for. And now let's dive in to Guanyin practice today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday the 14th. We'll be closing it. So let's enjoy it, really enjoy it. 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And today we are holding Lola and Red Fox. Lola is Red Fox's dog, and She got into something and she had to go to the vet and get herself made, made better. And so she seems to be doing well now and is resting. Let's send a little energy to Lola. And of course, to her worried dog mom. And to anyone else who needs a little extra energy today. Let's hold Thina. It's the anniversary of her father's passing. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful of the suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a wellspring of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Xiyin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxian Pusa, calling upon Guanyin and asking her to please be present for us in those initiatory moments where we have to leave behind the familiar, embracing the unfamiliar in order to become who we're meant to be. Namo Guanxian Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxian Pusa. Namo Guanxian Pusa, Namo Guanxian Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pursa. 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 Namo Guanxi Pursa. Namo Guanxi Yin 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 Pusa. 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 Lama Dankun Shiksum Lakchatsa Lo Dakni Changchut Ni Por Chike Bar Gangang Gangdu Kipa Dedang Der Tadu Tuje Champo Chitsin Shing Gusum Gewe Chila Chipar Sho Jamdang Ningje Chenpo Kunlang Ne Tuje Champo Duljar Girpan Nam Lame Changchu Chola Gope Chir Tuje Champo Trinle Che Par Sho. Homage to the Guru and Three Jewels. From now until I reach the essence of awakening, no matter where I may be reborn in those places, may I always follow the great compassionate one and dedicate my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Inspired by loving kindness and great compassion, in order to lead all Mahakarunika's followers to supreme and unsurpassable awakening, may I carry out the great compassionate one's activity. Lama Dankun Shiksum Lakchatsa Lo Dakni Changchut Nipor Chike Bar Gangdang Gangdu Kipa Dedang Der Tadu Tuje Champo Chetsin Shing Gusum Gewe Chula Chipar Sho Jamdang Ningje Champo Kunlang Ne Tuje Champo Tuljar Girpa Nam Lame Changchu Chola Gope Chir Tuje Champo Trinle Je Par Sho. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out the friendship and kindness and sweetness of Guan Yin to all of those who are experiencing an initiatory journey. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechin Yeshe Wangmo. Om Swasti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guan Yin in our hearts. Namo Guan Shi Pusa. And we close with bow to Guan Yin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher, and wishing you all a wonderful day. One more practice tomorrow and one more practice Friday. And then we close for a season, a little time. Bye now.